welcoming ourselves to this moment, letting this moment have its way, feeling the excitement I have for being here and in the other emotions as we navigate technology. And I want to come again to my body, what's going on right now inside me. I invite you to feel where you're connected to your hammock. If you could imagine a web supporting you from your head down to your feet, and all the support that would offer to you. Or maybe like me, you're sitting with your butt on a chair, feeling your sit bones on that chair, my feet on the ground. Maybe if you're lying down, you feel your heels on the back of the bed or whatever you're lying on. And then take another breath to arrive and settle as we explore loving ourselves when we have the need for authenticity and it seems to conflict with our need to belong. And balancing those two. Wanting to be loved, wanting to be accepted for who we are. The need for belong is part of our basic humanity. It's not, it's given shrift, something like that. It's not valued as much in Western society as I believe that it would be helpful to acknowledge it, to value it, to know that it goes back to the core of our species. To start off with self-compassion for, oh my beloved, of course you have the need for belonging. You're human. Of course you want to be safe. Sometimes we use the need to belong as a way of criticizing people. Like, oh, or criticizing ourselves more likely. So do you ever criticize yourself because you want people to like you? You want to be accepted? You want to fit in with the group? You don't want to cause any waves? Maybe you never have that experience. And maybe that doesn't resonate with you. Maybe wanting to be accepted and wanting to be part of your family, it does not resonate with you. And what might is that I know somebody who really like no groups, and they do want to be considerate of other people. See, notice when the way we show up and with our beliefs, our longings, our needs, stimulate other people and rile them up. We don't necessarily want that. Maybe sometimes we really don't care. But at the same time, for this person that, maybe they don't really connect with wanting to be part of something. But they don't want to hurt people. They don't want to necessarily stimulate pain. So it's always balancing the need to show up for how we are. And of course, authenticity is our ability to show up and be ourselves. To show up for a group of people and to be so confident in who we are, the core of who we are, that all of us just come forward. All of us are there. And sometimes showing up in this image of a little girl just spinning around in circles with a big dress kind of like going around, or a child just kind of expressing themselves exuberantly. Sometimes that bumps up against people and can cause us pain when that exuberance, that authenticity bumps up against people, and then they find collusion with everybody else in the group and they want us out. They're like, oh, not her again, not them again, not him again. So it's this balance, of we don't want to throw ourselves underneath the bus. We don't want to suppress who we are for it's hard not coming up with a judgment just because we stimulate discomfort in somebody else. A lot of times in that we value so much authenticity in the West, we'll say, oh, that's their problem. Actually, we're all interconnected. It affects us. It does affect us. We don't necessarily want it to, and it does, and that's okay. We can hold that. It's like, oh yeah, do I want to moderate my behavior so that they'll be more comfortable? Or do I want to possibly check in with them, saying, oh, I can see my presence is bringing something up in you, and I care so much about you. If that's true, if that's authentic. Please don't weaponize nonviolent communication as to get what you want. If you don't care about the person, then it's really not an issue. It's an issue to sort of work out in yourself. Do I value this group enough to be with what comes up in me when I'm around this person that doesn't like me? And it could be different. We could make choices to leave the group rather than abandon ourselves. Or we could make a choice to try to find balance. And that's what this meditation is giving ourselves love and compassion for when we're not fully received in our authenticity. If people can't see us for the beautiful, incredible, gorgeous people we are inside, whether we manifest that externally or not. Can they see us as beautiful? Of course we want that. And so far, everybody in the world is not going to see me as beautiful. And am I going to crush who I am to try to make that different, to try to make 6 billion people love me? I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's fair to the world to rein in Barbara to try to make 6 billion people comfortable. I don't think that's in the stars for me. I think I'd be judged as a pretty boring person if I tried to do that. I think I would judge myself as a pretty boring person. I get tired of myself. So balancing that back to that need for belonging, it's a beautiful need. It's our common humanity. And I want to encourage you to give compassion to yourself when it does eat, because it's such a deep core need, and to let yourself have that need, and to notice the shame that comes up when you, for me, like when I try to deny the need to belong, the way my shame comes up is, oh, I don't need them. They're assholes. Right? It's just a shame response. It's okay. So that's a sign to myself, like, oh, honey, this is hard for you, isn't it? And to lean into the shame, how hard that is. So another chance to give ourselves love and compassion as we balance those two needs. We don't want to deny ourselves by not showing up as authentic, and we don't want to deny that the need for belonging is such a core part of our humanity. And I see that in my loved ones. I actually honor that with gratitude with a loved one earlier today. How they navigate that, how I have another friend that navigates it totally differently. So this is loving kindness for others. I also want to call this person and express how much I appreciate how they navigate those two needs. That's having that wish for our loved ones. And of course for the loved ones that struggle with it more. Do I see that in neutral people so much? Maybe I don't see it, but I know that I want that for them. To be able to navigate those two needs with ease and grace and respect. Self-respect and respect for others and how we impact others. And for all beings in the world. There's such core needs. Can we balance these and love these needs in ourselves as we see it so much in other people, so much in every conflict we see all around the world? And may all beings benefit from our internal practice, and if we can share and bring that into the world and make the world a little more friendly, a little kinder, starting with ourselves. Thank you so much.